everyone. Welcome to Shift Happens, week number 206. Did you see for a second I was like, 6? 6.
It's a hard time counting.
Yes, that's why I became a chiropractor.
So why are you filling in?
There's only 24 bones.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Sean.
You're who?
I'm Dr. Sean. I am a chiropractor. I am your family's chiropractor now here at Koca Chiropractic. Graduated from being a student, but it's a very exciting day at Koca Chiropractic because we have with us Miss Kayla Franz-Lubers.
She's an FDC.
FDC, the future doctor.
Yes.
Chiropractic.
Chiropractic from Palmer College, and you're in 4th try now, so why don't you tell all of our viewers out there what your experience has been like in chiropractic school thus far?
Well, first year is a lot of science, but on my breaks I get to come back and hang out at Chiro World and get my fill of all the doctors here and just get really inspired about what chiropractic is all about and just keep that focus in that lane of what we're actually supposed to do as chiropractors, and that's adjust.
Adjust.
Yeah.
It's an interesting concept.
She's been like asking questions.
Yeah,
all morning.
what's with all the questions?
Like, hold on. This is got here and you like ask me questions. I'm like, whoa.
By the way, it's summer outside. She has this thing called vacation. She should, like, you know, most people are probably on a beach putting sunscreen on, drinking sodas, but she's here learning on the summer break.
Well, you know, you always got to be learning, and I mean, you guys have a lot of experience here. That's what I.
What do you mean, we're old?
I'm not. Your words, not mine.
Don't play that card with him. It's sensitive subject.
I mean, you just graduated from the intern program, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah, there you go, like 27 years ago.
So, Dr. Kayla, what do you do mostly as a
You
student?
can't call her Dr. Kayla.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Kayla, not a doctor, of FDC. Kayla FDC. What do you do as a student while you're on vacation to kind of spend some time improving?
Well, I'm currently reading the Gonstead chapters. I mean, my mentor kind of said they were important. I should maybe like read them, learn from them, maybe work on stuff. Working on some epic
sarcasm.
pediatrics a little bit. Gonna work on little kids and families. And
Jackson said hi. I just got off the phone with him.
Oh, and obviously reading the chiropractic textbook. I mean, that's kind of important. I mean, I think every student that graduates, well, before they graduate, should have read that book.
I actually do think, here, see, that's what I'm saying. Do you think that some of the questions out of the chiropractic textbook should be a part of national boards?
Yes. I mean, you
I
don't
think so.
mess with something that's broken, or not broken, I should say. Like, I don't know, they figured it out really early on. Why mess with it? You know, quit trying to reinvent the wheel, as Dr. Jake Knocker said on Thursday.
A little shout out to the Grinick.
Yeah.
What's up, Dr. Jake? And what color is that book again?
I think it's green.
Green, okay.
Right?
I'll go get some of those.
I think Dr. Koca has one actually on his
There's a couple of them sitting on there on my desk. So here's a question for you off camera. From when you started chiropractic school and to where you are now, has there been a shift, a change in you, in your thoughts of chiropractic?
Definitely.
And what has that change been?
Well, I went in. I was like, I'm going to do rehab stuff. I'm going to have nutrition stuff.
You can't see the smile sitting back here, but...
And I wanted to do everything. I wanted to help with posture restoration. I wanted to do all these things. And then I mean, you guys saw me. I went to you guys before. I went to school, and you know, you made a few comments here and there, but you kind of you wanted me to find my own way, which was really nice. And then I had Sean as a baby mentor at Palmer as well, and it was just, I was like, you know, maybe not everything is great. I should maybe narrow it down. And then I went to Epic Impact, and I was like, screw everything. This is my lane, and this is exactly where I want to be. And after that, I was like, well, now how am I going to get to that?
And what is that? What when we say that to be? What is that?
I basically want to be the best darn chiropractor I can be. I mean, be able to come in, have a mom who hasn't slept, and baby's crying, and be able to just be like, I got this. Like, you don't have to worry.
And how will you get that? What were you going to really... I'm going somewhere with you. Sean knows where I'm going.
I'd be able to adjust. Like, no one's business. You know,
There
you
you
got to
go.
be able To find the subluxation.
You want to be the Michael Jordan of adjusters.
Yes. And I got to have confidence to do that. I got to be strong in my principles and my philosophy. And also another thing that Dr. Jake said. So, I mean, it's just picking up little tidbits here and there. I mean, I try and get back to EPOC when I can, go to seminars. Like, I mean, as students, I understand, like, money's tight, but it's like, don't go and spend your money, like, partying or whatever. Save your money. Get in with good mentors, and just, that's what it is. You have the opportunity as a student to go see these people, build a relationship, and pick their brains. I mean, that's a huge part, you know. I'm asking you questions all the time.
Could you imagine, and I'll let Sean go into what we told him we wanted to go through today, because we need education today.
This is refreshing, by the way, just to hear a student so passionate about analyzing and detecting and correcting subluxation.
Who was the great opera singer? What was his name? Popper? Anyway.
I don't listen to opera.
I don't know. But could you imagine if you were the greatest maestro of an orchestra, that people would want to come see you lead that orchestra? That's what you do, and that's where you're going with this, Kayla, because it's so funny. Off camera, as I say this, I remember when we met, and I remember you telling me that you were going to do all this stuff to the spine like that, and if you remember, I was like, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Because yeah. All right. So cool, Sean. Little you got 3 minutes.
3 minutes
to explain this funky chart behind
this. This is
a student.
There you go.
Chart. So, Chiro World family community. What you'll be seeing on the chiropractor's wall are these lovely charts here, made by Mr. Kirby, right?
Yep.
And
sure is it.
This is what we call the normal complete cycle. And really what this is, there's a bunch of fancy smancy words on here. It is an example of the relationship that you have with your environment around you. How your body adapts to the changes in the environment around you. Environment meaning stress you may be having in your life, certain circumstances. Similar to, like, let's say on a hot summer day like this, you walk outside, you start to sweat. Mm-hmm. Is that pretty neat or what?
Yeah.
I mean, if you stop and think about it for a moment, when it's cold outside, you shiver. But you never have to consciously think about that. Your body's so intelligent that it does that. This cycle here on the top is in the brain, in your head. That controls everything, master organ of the body. It sends messages down to the body and tells it how to act. If it's hot outside, it tells it to sweat. If it's cold, it'll tell it to shiver. Anytime there's a misalignment in your spine, which is a subluxation, what we're the masters at correcting around here, there's a disconnect in this cycle. Actually, it's kind of like this.
Oh, breaking out the safety.
If this is the brain, and this is the body down here, and there's a subluxation in your spine, there's a disconnect. So now the messages that get sent up to the brain, they're not at 100%, the way that they should be. So then what happens, the body's so intelligent, this fancy word right here, intellectual adaptation, it makes an alternate route for you to get through your day, right? Because you can't just all of a sudden have a disconnect and then completely break down right away. Your body will adapt to the changes by making a detour, if you will. So instead of hopping on the expressway, the body takes a detour, which means that it's not working as efficient as it could be, right? You gotta take more gas, the gravel roads, kids are in the back seat, they're screaming at the top of their lungs, things of that nature. What chiropractic does is it looks to analyze and adjust these subluxations in your spine, removes the roadblock, that way all the messages can flow from the body to the brain and the body can work efficiently so that you can live life at your optimum potential.
So, should we have a Dr. Matt moment?
Yes.
Who wants to do the Dr. Matt moment?
I think, the guest should do the Dr.
Do you know what the Dr. Matt moment is?
We all pause dramatically and then we sum up the shift.
Sum up the shift.
Sum up the shift.
I've been watching these a few times.
I think if I were Dr. Matt, I would think like this with the safety pin.
Okay. And now the Dr. Matt moment.
Well, to sum up this, I want to shout out to all the students who watch this, even the doctors who are struggling or whatever. Pick up a green book, pick up a philosophy book, or I don't know, a technique book, maybe read it, practice it, get your dry spine out, work on that a little bit, and also just be a badass, just adjust. Like, if you adjust, basically promise you from what I've seen in this office is you're not going to be struggling for patients. You're just going to rock it, and you're going to create a big shift in your community and basically get people healthier and well. And then obviously, as he just explained very eloquently in the normal complete cycle, your body's amazing. Trust it, listen to it, get in here, get checked for vertebral subluxations, get them corrected, and just be a rock star in your life.
Well, that was pretty much perfect. So from FDC, Kayla Franzlubers, we will see you later, Chiro World.